Today, our topic is what Seneca taught about dealing with adversity. Seneca, a famous Roman philosopher, was one of the leading voices of Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life, even when things are hard. His ideas are still important today because they help us understand how to face challenges, pain, and difficulties without losing our peace of mind. Life is full of ups and downs, and Seneca's wisdom can guide us through the tough times. Let's explore what he taught and how we can apply it to our own lives. First, Seneca believed that adversity is not something to fear or avoid. Instead, he saw it as a necessary part of life. He said that difficulties are like a teacher. They help us grow stronger and wiser. Imagine a tree that grows in a windy area. The wind makes the tree's roots grow deeper and its trunk stronger. Without the wind, the tree would be weak and might fall over easily. In the same way, Seneca thought that challenges make us stronger. When we face problems, we learn how to handle them, and this makes us better people. So, instead of running away from difficulties, we should welcome them as opportunities to grow. One of Seneca's key ideas is that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. Life is unpredictable. Sometimes things go well, and sometimes they don't. But no matter what happens, we have the power to choose our attitude and our actions. Seneca used the example of a ship caught in a storm. The captain cannot control the wind or the waves, but he can control the sails and the rudder. In the same way, we cannot control the events of life, but we can control how we react to them. This is a powerful idea because it reminds us that we are not helpless. Even in the worst situations, we can choose to stay calm, think clearly, and make good decisions. Seneca also taught that we should prepare for adversity before it happens. He believed that one of the best ways to deal with difficulties is to expect them. This doesn't mean we should live in fear or always think about bad things. Instead, it means we should be mentally ready for whatever life throws at us. Seneca suggested that we practice premeditation of evils, which means imagining the worst-case scenarios and thinking about how we would handle them. By doing this, we reduce our fear of the unknown. When something bad happens, we are not caught off guard because we have already thought about it. This makes it easier to stay calm and focused. Another important lesson from Seneca is that we should not waste time complaining about our problems. He said that complaining does not solve anything. It only makes us feel worse. Instead of focusing on what is wrong, we should focus on what we can do to improve the situation. Seneca believed that every problem has a solution, and if we cannot change the situation, we can at least change our attitude toward it. For example, if we lose our job, we can either complain about how unfair life is, or we can use the opportunity to find a better job or learn new skills. The choice is ours. Seneca also reminded us that adversity is temporary. No matter how bad things seem, they will not last forever. Life is like a river. It keeps moving, and nothing stays the same. When we are going through a hard time, it can feel like it will never end. But Seneca encourages us to remember that everything changes. This thought can give us hope and help us stay strong. He said, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Just as exercise makes our muscles stronger, facing challenges makes our minds stronger. So, instead of being afraid of difficulties, we should see them as a way to build resilience. Another powerful idea from Seneca is that we should not compare ourselves to others. In today's world, it is easy to look at other people's lives and feel jealous or unhappy. We see their success, their wealth, and their happiness, and we think that our own lives are not good enough. But Seneca warned against this. He said that everyone has their own struggles, even if they don't show them. What looks like a perfect life from the outside might be full of problems. Instead of comparing ourselves to others, we should focus on our own journey. We should ask ourselves, am I doing my best? Am I living according to my values? This is much more important than trying to be like someone else. Seneca also taught us to be grateful for what we have. It is easy to take things for granted, especially when everything is going well. But when we face adversity, we often realize how much we have to be thankful for. Seneca said that gratitude is one of the most important virtues. It helps us appreciate the good things in life, even when things are hard. For example, if we are sick, we might feel sorry for ourselves, but we can also be grateful for the people who care for us and for the chance to recover. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, and this can make a big difference in how we feel. One of Seneca's most famous ideas is that we should not fear death. This might sound strange, but it is a key part of his philosophy. Seneca believed that death is a natural part of life, and we should not waste our time worrying about it. Instead, we should focus on living well. He said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Many people spend their lives chasing money, fame, or pleasure, but Seneca thought that these things are not important. What matters is how we live our character, our relationships, and our contributions to the world. When we remember that life is short, we are more likely to make the most of it. Finally, Seneca taught us to find meaning in adversity. He believed that everything happens for a reason, even if we cannot see it at the time. When we face challenges, we should ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? How can I help others who are going through the same thing? By finding meaning in our struggles, we turn them into something positive. Seneca said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Just as a rough stone becomes a beautiful jewel through polishing, we become better people through the challenges we face. In conclusion, Seneca's teachings about adversity are timeless. They remind us that difficulties are not something to fear, but something to embrace. They teach us to focus on what we can control, to prepare for challenges, and to stay calm and grateful no matter what happens. Seneca's wisdom can help us live a more peaceful and meaningful life, even in the face of adversity. So, the next time you face a problem, remember Seneca's words. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? And remember that no matter how hard things seem, they will not last forever. Life is a journey, and adversity is just one part of it. By facing it with courage and wisdom, we can become stronger, wiser, and more resilient.